I'm looking at team future wise and the other teams around him. I'm gonna say Jokic. So I'm like Jokic to cement you because right now you on that path to being top 10 all time. But you're gonna need at least two. And I don't know where you get the second one from if you don't get it this year. So I think it's important for Jokic to get in that top 10 conversation, top 15 conversation. I think he needs a championship. But that's probably the most important of anybody going toward that for me to be solidified. Because I think he's on his way stat-wise to being up there. Like, but can you put him in the top 15 if you only got one ring? Can you put him top 15 up? Jokic. This ain't to you. You did what you do. I'm not mad at you. You do what you do. But this is to us as people, as fans. Because some reason, we tend to just erupt with these ideas that somehow Jokic can get in the top 3 or top 5. And as I said in the clip, he had a chance to. But again, his deficiencies worked against him in this series. And I'm going to say this too, by the way. I know what you fans gonna say. He needed help. I saw Stephen A. Smith. I saw a lot of people say he needed more help. He ain't got the help. God helped this man. The Denver fans said, God, we don't have Aaron Gordon and Watson. We need help. Okay, Ant need hurt. God, it ain't enough. Dante and Ant gone for the whole series. God, it's still not enough. Nas Reed and Anderson ankle problems. God, Ayo, he's scoring 35 a game on us. We can't stop him. He gone. 7 players, 8 active. Bones was injured. And you still lost. God helped you. And you still didn't have enough. So this whole conversation about best player in the world to me is done because you have to play on both sides of the ball. Great offensive player. I love you on offense. You're a great player. You do what you do. Murray said last week, you are who you are. So this not even this is us as fans and how we start interacting with everything we talk about. Because we go out here and we'll start saying things. I just seen Gilbert Arenas and Perkins, who both said the Spurs will sweep, literally come on and say the Spurs might get swept now. This is how reactive culture is now. This whole narrative-driven thing that shout out to Monroe has been mad about recently. And I had a whole video on it as well. So, okay, it's not on you, it's on us. I should have known better than to ever try to put you in the top 3. You can't touch them. And the reasons I listed, because I don't think you get back. Your team is old. You have no draft picks for the next, 4 or 5 years. Your team is old as dirt. You're going to have to sign people. And most of the people you sign ain't going to work out. Your own offense only. You might can trade Jamal Murray, but who wants that to give you something great for? Good luck. Shout out to Past Me for realizing that one of the top things we're going to talk about is Jokic, and we ended up talking about him way faster than I thought we would. Now, of course, I am joined with a colorful cast of people. I have the best in the Midwest on the mic, Nikola Williams. I had to block him like Wemby, and of course, the Monterey, and this is Keeping 99 Sports.
Yeah, all right.
What's going on, gang?
You done?
What's popping?
Yes.
Are you done? Are we done? Because you're talking about, I don't even care about that. Joker, all that. No, that's not what we here to talk about today. We talk about people that we actually like. Let's take it back to ground level, okay? And talk about people that are actual, like, who we would look at later on down the line as NBA icons, players, all that. So can we?
You mean the cat person people argue was the best in the world?
Who?
Jokic was literally arguing for best in the world. You saw the clip. We was all agreeing that he might be top 15 all time.
I would never argue that.
We literally just had this argument 2-3 weeks ago. It's a clip.
Oh, well, we're done. We're done. That's done. That's done. Sir.
Nico don't want to talk about it. Myra, you got the response to that?
Let's move on. Let's talk about who we really got to talk about in these playoffs, please.
Okay, so let's be fair. When we're talking about Jokic and the best player in the world.
Slow burn the Celtics talk if you want to. Go ahead.
No, I ain't on Celtics. We on Jokic right now. When we're talking about the Jokic argument, let's be fair. There was nothing wrong with arguing Jokic being the best player in the world all through this year. Let's not act like it was anything wrong with it. Yes, your legacy takes hits. Yeah, your legacies take hits in the playoffs when you win or lose. But there was nothing wrong with calling Jokic the best in the world at the current moment. Like, yeah, he took a hit. So yeah, you got other arguments that like SGA, which was the other arguable player, is probably gonna take that 9 if he gets further in the playoffs and stuff of that nature. But there's nothing wrong with saying that. But yeah, his legacy took a hit. But multiple things can be true. Yeah, Jokic could have, should have played better, and
Move
the team
on.
as a whole should have been a better defensively and a whole bunch of other stuff. So it's multiple things can be right. But yeah, so the Nuggets as a whole lost that series, not just Jokic. So we can't just do that. I'm not gonna do that.
I had a blocker like Wemby.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna just say this, man.
I mean, what's that?
Jokic, is he the best player in the league? No. Was he? Yes. But once you lose in the first round to a 6 seed with 8 niggas, you can't be considered the best player in the league no more. It's just you are exited from that conversation. So, you know what I mean? Like Zelmay said in the opener, God literally handed you the series and y'all still lost. So you can't be the best player in the world. No, because if you're the best player in the world, you want to take advantage of that situation and you're going to run through that team. Like, I get it. It's a team game. Yeah. But I said last week, Jokic is Jokic. So when shit don't go wrong, he going to get blamed. When shit go right, he going to get praised. So, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, shout out to Aaron Gordon. But
yeah, hopefully,
all that Jokic best player talk has been dismissed. We can end it. To me, it was a viable argument. I argued it. Y'all saw it. I said top 15 of all time. So, but it's over now.
How many seasons you base that off of? Are you gonna say every game of the season? Or?
He's been in the league 11 years, dog. It's like I said in the video, he's got older, his team older. I don't know if he's gonna ever get another ring, and this was his best chance because a bunch of teams are young and hungry and getting better, and they have no draft picks, they have no stock. That's why I said that he had to get it this year in the preview. So, yeah.
Okay, Joker gone.
Next up,
so what we talking about now?
I want to ask before we move on.
Next up, we have, of course, y'all saw it in the intro. Y'all know the two topics.
Hold on.
Next up, Jaylen Brown.
Hollywood got something to say.
Hollywood has something to say.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, is Jokic and Giannis only going to end up with one ring?
Most likely, no.
Yeah, 100% likely, especially how
depending on
their
who
teams are moving. They don't have great teams, so that is what that is.
I don't know because the league changes from year to year. One trade could change an entire momentum of a person's legacy and a person's career trajectory. So I'm not gonna say that no right now. No, I won't say that because just anything can happen.
I can see Giannis. I don't know if Jokic. I don't think he's leaving Denver, and I don't know how Denver's gonna make the trades. They ain't got draft picks, and by the time they get a next draft pick, it'll be Monroe 36. By the time they get a next draft pick,
you gonna say I think I got an answer to what you gonna ask, but go ahead.
I'm gonna ask, who do you bring in to replace Jamal Murray, sir?
I ain't Jamal Murray. This would be an example. I remember seeing this on. I can't remember what show or what post I saw it on, but here's just an example. If the Rockets called up the Nuggets and be like, "Hey, we'll trade you Kevin Durant for 1 pick and Christian Braun's contract," would they not put them back in championship contention? Because that would give them an extra score they would need, though the defense wouldn't take much credit. I mean, Christian Braun didn't do much anyway. So stuff like that, I'm saying as an example, one trade could change an entire trajectory. So I'm not going to say, no, they only end with one ring. 3 years ago or 2 years ago, I would say the SGA wouldn't get a ring for another 4 years. Man might be about to get 2. So just anything can happen over the course of the league in one trade. So I'm not going to say that.
I don't agree with a KD to Denver trade would do anything. I believe that KD would maybe hinder Joker. But go ahead, everyone.
I don't know why you would do that trade in the first place, because I don't know what assets you'll get unless you give all the good assets for KD, because they have no assets in Denver.
An example.
Denver have nothing. They have no draft picks to give. They have nothing.
This was the year that Denver was supposed to be like, hey, who can we trade to get us better? It's not there.
They have no draft picks. I don't know what they can give up to get anything, because I don't think nobody's just going to take Jamal Murray for a young piece.
Well, I mean, Denver has their own draft pick.
Was the last one.
I mean, it ain't crazy.
Like,
Denver has their own draft pick for this year. It's not like it's crazy that they can't trade anything.
But who do you do? But I'm saying, like, at this point, Denver is not. Who can we get? Kind of lead. I'm sorry.
And to be fair, when Zell's like, who wants pick number 26? I understand that. I also understand that the Los Angeles Lakers were willing and have traded picks 5 years from now. So I'm not gonna act like a pick can't go nowhere for a trade or a player. Stuff can happen in the league.
Listen, OKC for the rush trade on like 3 of their next 4 picks, by the way. So if they get sorry, OKC on their draft.
Getting Russ was not a good move or whatever.
And then I've seen people get great players at 16, but once you get to 26, it kind of get harder. You can get some good role player, maybe like a Draymond. You get lucky and have somebody have like, I guess.
So what's the expectation that you would have for a rookie?
I mean, for the 26 pick,
between 1 through 5, 1 through 5, and then tell me what you think about 27 through 29.
Depending on where you're the draft is, some years the draft horrible.
Well, 1 through 5, you're supposed to be the franchise-changing piece. You know what I mean? Because, they lottery players.
But who would be the 5? Who would be the 5 right now? That's my question. Because I'm leading up to this point.
Who would be?
Who makes these 1 through 5 franchises that much better being at their age? Because we talk a lot about.
Ain't he the one that's gonna be number 1?
Darren Peterson. The Bonster.
I think it's only about 3 of them that I think right now that people are looking at.
What's his name? The Acuff declared for the draft?
Oh yeah, Acuff might be good too. But I don't necessarily know if all of them entering the draft this year or not either.
Is he a Kemba? Is he a Kemba Walker? Or is he actually like a franchise, not just for now, but like to say we picked up a good player? I'm talking about somebody who's going to take you for 10 years. And not even so much for your franchise. It's more so less like your franchise, and then what can you do with it? Like, because a lot of these people, like when you pick up Kemba, you like, who can we trade him for? You don't say that he's a franchise cornerstone.
I'm gonna be fair. Like the NBA, when it comes to drafting, is way more just you have to get lucky rather than just you get a slam dunk draft pick most times. Like everybody ain't gonna be Wemby. Everybody ain't gonna be
every 7 years you get one random.
Everybody gonna be LeBron, where like they're just a slam dunk automatically. They're gonna help your franchise as soon as you get them. Most draft picks every year from 2 through 32 is pretty much like, hey, we just gotta hope we get something from you. That's pretty much how most of them hope to be. Because most of them just ain't never to a slam dunk. And then some of the draft picks tend to take 2-3 years before they really just explode. SGA wasn't thought to be nothing, his first couple of years. His 3rd or 4th year, he blew up and literally changed the course of the Thunder's entire plans where they thought they were still going to be, bottom half team for a while. So it just depends. It just luck, honestly.
Just wanted to throw Anthony Bennett out there real quick. Just to put in your
great older. Like, a lot
of people got to go that far.
Yes, sir. Please talk about it. But he actually has something you could grade again.
Ricochet, because he's the most horrible.
That dude from Atlanta, I don't know what they drafted because he don't even get on the court. I don't know how he would draft over Castle.
Bro,
it just depends. I just use SGA as a good example. He was drafted 11th. Like you just have to get lucky a lot of times. It's just what it is.
Yeah, you don't got the number 1 pick to always change.
Giannis for 15 in a horrible draft.
Like you just have to get lucky a lot of times. It's really what it is.
That's what, we can do that with Holly, and we can do that with actually like Paul George. He grew up. Like there's a lot of differences.
Now that I think about that Giannis draft, that joint was bad.
I mean, like
Giannis in the Anthony Bennett draft.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna use 2018 as an example. DeAndre Ayton went 1st. Luka went 3rd. Trae Young went 5th. Jared Jackson Jr. went 4th. Wendell Carter Jr. went 7th. Like a lot of them. Mikal went 10th. SGA went 11th. Miles Bridges went 12th. Like a lot of them. MPJ went 14th. Like just some of you just gonna have to get lucky, and it just is what it is. So I'm not gonna act like you got to get lucky.
Speaking of that, Anthony Bennett and Giannis drafted 2013. By the way, this is 10 years after LeBron and Melo draft. Yeah, Anthony Bennett won, not in the league. Victor Oladipo, not in the league. Otto Porter. Is Otto Porter in the league?
Shout out Otto Porter.
I don't have a clue if Alex Lynn in the league.
He's a very good side
nigga. Not in the league. Hey, Caldwell Pope. He still made it. Trey Burke not in the league. By the way, 10 years
I
after
think he's a
LeBron.
very good side nigga too.
By the way, this 10 years after LeBron's in the league. Michael Carter Williams.
It's a lot of good
think
side
he's in the
niggas on these drafts.
Steven
A lot
Adams.
of it just you
Steven
get
Adams
lucky.
in the league. Kelly Olynyk. He's still in the league. He don't play for Spurs, but he's still here. Shabazz Muhammad in the league.
He has something that you can't teach. He has something you can't teach.
Yeah, that draft class is nasty.
By the way, Giannis, the first All-Star in this race. Well, I'll take it back. Victor Oladipo.
Can we do side nigga drafts right now? Like, can
Oladipo was legit until he got hurt.
Yeah.
Oladipo was an All-Star before he got hurt, but he about the only All-Star.
He
He got Steven Adams, who was a starting center.
I would have
Steven
never
Adams
said
in the league.
Oladipo was
Rudy
Dwayne
Gobert was
Wade.
27th in this draft, though. He's still playing. So down.
Who?
To be
All
honest, like,
these people I told you, they have 4 people. I think they have 5
You
people.
said
still in the league.
Oladipo?
Huh?
You said Oladipo?
Did what?
No, I'm saying, who did you say last? Like, who came with what 20 whatever? Who'd you say?
That's the Rudy Gobert.
Oh, Rudy
You
was in
can't,
that
you
draft?
can't teach what he, you
was
can't
27.
Some of you got to get lucky. I be promised.
He was
You
27th.
teach
got
that.
to get lucky.
You can't teach 7 foot, bro. Period.
Yeah, you're right.
By the way, out of all these people, it's 5 people still in the league. By the way, and LeBron came. They was a decade into LeBron's career.
Carmelo should still be playing, but go ahead. Who else?
That's about it. 'Cause unless
Carmelo could play a role right now, just like
Solomon
Kevin Durant.
Hill, Reggie Bullock, Livio Jean Charles. I don't even know that. Georgie
Who
Dean,
didn't need to
Tony
rely
Snell,
on their
Shane Larkin.
athleticism.
Sergio Caldwell, Dennis Schroeder in this draft. He was one of the 5 I put on here. I don't even
He's
know.
an
Archie
athletic
Goodwin
point
was in the
guard.
draft. Listen,
Yeah, that draft is horrible. A bunch of niggas not in the league no more.
you know what I'm saying? LeBron outlasted a decade in. This
And
a
then the
decade.
number one
LeBron
pick
was
was
in season
Anthony
10 when this
Bennett.
draft happened. No, I'm doing that just to praise LeBron right now because that's crazy. The fact that a whole draft class is gone and LeBron's still in the league.
I mean, like that's just like I said, he's a freak of nature. I'm not gonna count him for that, but he's just a freak of nature. But it's just an example to show, like, man, a lot of times draft picks, you literally just have to get lucky. Like, you just have to get lucky and just hope the one you pick is worth something.
Y'all got franchise players out of that draft, bro. Carmelo can still play right now. I mean, I feel like
Carmelo could be a spot up shooter for somebody right now.
He could help us, right? He could help the Lakers right now. Honestly,
I mean, catch and shoot.
He could help the Houston Rockets right now. Honestly,
Definitely.
Well, he can't help them right now because they're not here. But
So since we was talking about draft picks, I gotta ask you: Is LeBron unanimously the greatest number 1 pick of all time?
agreed.
right. Hold up. Right now, probably.
Yeah, I can't really think of one off the top of my head that's gonna trump him.
Y'all
still
did
got,
take
like,
the
you
numbers
got
out of
people
it, right?
that might change
Did
it
y'all
without-
take
I had
the
to go to
years
like
out of
some
it?
You have
earlier
okay.
one.
This is all number 1 draft picks. The best 5: LeBron, Kareem, Magic, Tim Duncan, and Shaq.
You can argue
So
Shaq.
probably, honestly, between the first
I
3,
think, yeah.
it's
Between
probably
him and
between
Kareem,
Kareem,
honestly.
Magic, and LeBron. Depending on
You
what
said
think, but
Kareem?
most likely LeBron.
Kareem, Magic, and Braun. Like, you could
I
say
feel like
Shaq.
No,
You can say
Shaq
the
should
same.
be in that conversation.
I just said Tim Duncan and Shaq. In the 5.
No, I said that, but I'm saying I'm just talking with Monray. Monray was like,
Well, he said like the greatest number 1 draft pick. It's still gonna be like who's the greatest player out of all of them. It's like as much as I love
what's the
Shaq and
argument?
love Tim Duncan, the argument is just I'm probably gonna be like LeBron. It's gonna be LeBron or Kareem.
Kareem.
Like, those are the only 2.
It's gonna be LeBron and Kareem. Kareem always gonna get love. He had a more unstoppable shot. Only nigga to block his shot was Wilt Chamberlain, who has a 47-inch vertical at 72, which is crazy.
Freaking nature.
That nigga Wilt, man.
And they said he did it at the Olympics too, so it was like measured. A 42-inch vertical at 7'2" is crazy.
If the
Went to
Celtics
7'5" and
wanted
only like a
that,
33.
Wilt should have had like 8 rings if it weren't for the damn Celtics, nigga.
Every good player in the league on their team.
Don't get me into that because somebody else stopped the Celtics reign right now. But I'll just leave that alone too.
Speaking of the Celtics, let's go into it. Jaylen Brown had a Twitch stream, which is the only reason he made my list because I wasn't going to talk about him because, again, it was
And leave him alone. Is he right?
He went on there to complain, and then to complain that somehow the league is out to get him. he can point to like 5 referees that was out to get him. Even though I'm pretty sure there's referees that hate players with reason way more than Jaylen Brown. Like, and listen, Scott Foster, Chris Paul won one game his playoff career with Scott Foster referee, and he got fouled out in like 70% of them because Scott Foster said something to his kid, and Chris Paul confronted him, and he found every foul on him. That's legit hate. That man hated that man. He even told people he didn't like Chris Paul. So that was crazy. You had that, and then you had old boy with Tim Duncan, who gave that man a tick on the bench laughing because he was laughing on the bench, which I've never seen and never happened before or after. That has never happened in NBA history. That's the only time a man was laughing at the end of the bench, and that man gave him a tick and kicked him out the game. But we knew he had a problem with Tim Duncan because the ESPN knew it. But Jaylen Brown said they have a problem with him because he speaks his mind, even though I don't know anything he said that other players don't say per se. I'm pretty sure Ant cusses and cusses out the referees all the time and get fined because he got the most fines in the league. But for some reason, Jaylen Brown, like, they out to get him. And then he proceeded to go on stream and show plays of Paul George pushing off and that he can't push off because they call offensive foul. So I researched it. That man in the last 2 games got 2 offensive fouls on push-offs. Paul George got 1. So I don't know why he was complaining. And by the way, Jaylen Brown push off every play. He got called for it twice in like 2 games. I don't know what he complained about. Paul George got called for it once. But he went on to complain about Embiid's flopping, in which people show videos of him flopping. And then he do like backhanded comment, yeah, they beat us, but if it wasn't for the referees and all that, we would have had a chance. All that blah, blah, blah. He complained for a long time. Then he go in there and then say everybody clickbaiting him and using stuff out of context. So I looked at it and all he did was complain most of that stream and then try to throw in randomly at the end that, oh, yeah, they outplayed us. Just to throw it in there so he can say he said it. That bullshit. But, Monray, the question is, did Jaylen Brown prove he better than Jason Tatum as a narrative has been driven all year?
Let me get on camera for this. I'm gonna ignore the blatant rage bait question that Zell is trying to throw out here because that's obviously that's an obvious answer to it. We're not gonna worry about that at this current moment.
I'm doing the best I can to ignore that somebody's saying Monterey's victory lap.
I haven't had to use this, I think, since Boston won the championship, and I'm using this for a different reason. Because I was one of the few people that said I had no faith in Boston Celtics this year. I had 0. I had no faith they were going to win the championship. When Tatum came back, yes, it changed a lot of narratives, including my own, but I didn't have a lot of faith in this team. And so we're going to come down to Jaylen Brown. So, of course, no, he didn't prove it. Right now, really, Jaylen Brown has pretty much exposed himself. And not in a good light, just to be honest with you. And I've had to stew and be upset and be defending Boston and be upset at Boston because they just played stupid. And they did stupid things for the last 3 games, and this last game was just absurd. The entire Boston Celtics organization should be ashamed of themselves for losing this series. From Jaylen Brown all the way up to president of basketball associations. All from him all the way to Brad Stevens, they should be upset. But no, it's just I keep it a bean. Jaylen Brown made himself look goofy in this spring. He made himself look goofy. It's just a real simple way to say it. Like you come on the stream the day after we get eliminated. The day after you decide to go stream. Okay, cool. Day after you get on there. You give credit to the 76ers. You do give them credit. But then you go on a little bit of a rant, a little bit of a tangent saying, oh, the league got it out for me. Oh, okay, cool. Then you went even a little further and tried to poke at Joel Embiid. Yeah, he flops, but, it ruined the league or whatever. You flop! I don't understand. You flop! Why the foolishness. That really just make it seem hypocritical. I don't quite understand it. And then the thing that steamed me the most was at the end you and then all the other people on ESPN and all Fox, all the sports shows and said the same thing. You came on there in the end was like, this is my favorite season that I have played in the NBA. Bro, you are a Finals MVP. You are an NBA champion. But your favorite season is the season you get bounced out in the first round because you didn't do well enough, because the team didn't do well enough. So because of that stupid saying, now so many people are using that and trying to dive context into that, into thinking like, oh, did you really just want to be the man all year? Is that the reason why you enjoyed this year? Because you was the man, you were the main ball handler, you was able to get your shine on and be in MVP talks, not worry about the exposure that, you know, y'all missed shots for 5 minutes straight and couldn't score a point. That they were launching, they went, what? Oh, how many threes are there? I remember I wrote this down. The fact that they shot so many threes, missed all of them. Let's go.
By the way, after one of those charges, while Murray looked it up, they went 1 for 13 scoring after that charge that he said was the issue when they was close. They went 1 for 13.
The final 5 minutes, they went 1 for 12. 1 for 12.
1 for 12. Not that.
I mean, those are things that can affect the trajectory of the game and the game plan. Those are real things.
1 for 12 at the end of the game. You had wide open shots. You missed them. But somehow this is your favorite. Why is this your favorite year? See, that's the problem. That now because he said that.
Because he did his whole thing. Because he did his whole thing during the year. Like during
you are an NBA champion. Your favorite year should be the year you won the championship and you were the Finals MVP.
Oh, because it's about me now. I'm gonna tell y'all why we won, and that's why I'm gonna stand up.
We lost. That's the problem. We lost.
Why y'all bring this nigga back in?
We lost. And then,
why y'all bring him back in?
And then to go for that narrative, the narrative, oh, Jason Tatum ruined the chemistry of the team. What up? Did this team not play without Jason Tatum from October to March?
What you doing over here? It feels weird.
And additional games in between because Jason Tatum took games off, remember? So they ran the same lineup throughout the entire year. Why ain't anybody acting like this new? They knew how they played. They had played 60 games. 60-ish games with the same lineup. Jason Tatum ain't ruined no. The only reason they were even in talks to possibly win the championship was because Jason Tatum came back. He didn't ruin their momentum. He didn't ruin it because they played games without him. They played more without him than they did with him. And then when the money on the line, the chips on the line, Peyton Pritchard missed shots. Derek White missed shots. Jaylen Brown missed shots. But all of a sudden, no, please. This is literally, they weren't good enough. They weren't good enough. That's just simple that they were not good enough. And Embiid-led 76ers team was better than the team Jaylen Brown had out there, including himself. But no, now they're just sitting there trying to give excuses, or they'll flop in and be called fouls and all that. Man, get this bullshit about here. Now you gotta look at context, like if you really want to be there, or you really want to be your own. And in my mind, I don't want the Celtics to go crazy and do crazy trades and all that kind of stuff. I think Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are fine as a duo. They keep them two and work around it. But if what Jaylen Brown actually said was 100%, and he's like, hey, I want to be my own man. If they go talk to Brad Stevens, I want to be my own man. I want to be on my own team. Hey, go call Milwaukee, get Giannis, trade him for Giannis 1v1. Because ain't nobody got time for this foolishness. Boston wants to win. You want to be your own man? Go be like Bradley Beal on the Wizards somewhere. He want to be his own man. He got paid and put a whole bunch of empty stats.
Let me ask you a real question. No, before you go on, let me ask you a real question. So, are you calling this a Durant Westbrook kind of split? Are you calling it that?
No.
Or let me say what I think this is. JB talking about I could go do this. And this is not a, huh?
He just showed he can't. He just showed he can't. I don't want to hear that when you had the chance to do it and you didn't do it. And it ain't like, oh, the team was bad or whatever. It's a 1-point game for 5 minutes. He couldn't get a bucket. Wide open, inside the lane, outside the lane, throwing threes. You've been
saying the whole season that the reason that JB is persevering is because of his team, sir. You've been saying that the whole season.
Yeah, and the whole team failed.
Now we done brought somebody else into our dynamic, into my gumbo. You brought something into my gumbo.
Yep, they brought somebody in your gumbo.
And then you gonna take yourself out the gumbo. You gonna take yourself out the gumbo in Game 7?
For less than don't they know?
And we tried to make the gumbo work when you was there.
Don't they know how to play without him? Haven't they played without him for most of the season?
But you done put yourself back into that gumbo. I'm telling you right now. If you ever make you play for somebody ever, it's gonna taste good at that point. That's what it is. That's the bar. We take you out of it, we still good. We brought you back into that gumbo. All right, it is working.
Right,
we
cool.
still say, hold on, let me finish. I'm gonna finish it. Oh, and then we done figured some stuff out with you because JB said, you know what? I got 25. You got 25 too. Cool. Then you say I'm not playing game 7. We just made a gumbo, and we had this perfected because we got to go on without you. But go ahead, say what you need to say because you got to understand what I'm saying here, bro.
Oh, I understand. I'm gonna use the same gumbo analogy.
Give me some gumbo.
I've made the same gumbo for 6 months straight. 6 months straight, I done made the same gumbo. I ain't changed nothing. I ain't did nothing. The same gumbo for 6 months. And then what happened? I get a new ingredient and I add it to my gumbo. And I'm like, okay, I got a little new stuff with the gumbo. In between, I'm still taking that ingredient out and making the basic gumbo every once in a while to make sure I know how it still works. So that means when I get to the playoffs and they say, hey, you can't use this ingredient. Oh, okay. I still got my bottom line. I still got the gumbo I know how to make.
But this nigga's still here. This ingredient is still here. That pepper is still there.
No, I can't use it. But what I got the same gumbo I know from the beginning. The same gumbo I made for 6 months. The one that's ingrained in me. I know how to do this gumbo bare minimum. If nothing else, I know how to do this one. Even with that ingredient gone, I still know how to do this one. And what happened? That gumbo was good enough until the end when it wasn't.
Sometimes you miss. Sometimes, hey, hold on. And I'm going to say this about cooking. Sometimes if you had it the same way, sometimes it take that second time to like, oh, okay, that's what it was because we was using this. We got to get back to this. It's not going to always be the same when it comes to taste.
See, period. I'll be with you on that if they got blew out. They didn't get blew out.
We did what we could to try and get
It was a 1 point game for 5 minutes. 1 point game, 5 minutes. Why you didn't score? Tell me that answer. Why you didn't score?
I might feel like I shouldn't have even been in that situation. Had your ass
but you there, and you done said this whole time, I can do this. I can do it on my own.
I don't need you in my restaurant.
Well, you had the chance to prove it and you failed.
No, I didn't. I don't need you in my. You messed it up. You messed up.
No, he didn't mess it up. They had the chance to win and they didn't do it. Why they didn't win? He messed
the recipe up.
No, it was a 1 point game, Nico. They didn't get blew out. It was 1 point for 5 minutes. Why everybody didn't make a shot? Why Peyton Pritchard didn't make a shot? Why Jaylen Brown missed 3 open shots? Just say they ain't clutch. Just say they ain't clutch.
Gumbo.
No, gumbo was fine because it was a 1 point game. Don't that mean I could have won? Yeah, they could have won. They didn't because they missed shots.
Some was off.
Yeah, their aim was off. That's what was off. Their aim.
Some was off.
Their aim was off. Bro, they had open shots.
I did this without you all year.
You failed when it mattered the most. That's the truth.
Before we get to Mr. Nobody and his opinion on his Celtics, I do want to say this. Monterey finally feel how I feel about AJ Brown. Listen, we won a championship and the month said winning is cool, but I'd rather dominate a corner. And by the way, I'm gonna say that I'm gonna support AJ Brown wherever he go. He Mississippi. I love Mississippi, boy. But on my team, I don't need to hear that. I'm gonna support you wherever you on the page. I'm like, go kill him, AJ. Get your stats. But on my team, I don't need to hear that because I don't care about you wanting your stat when we win a game. That's my Eagles. We need to win championships. I don't care about you getting your stats. If you didn't say that, by the way, I will say this too. If you didn't say that after the Super Bowl, when you complained in the season, I would have said nothing. It would have been just like T.O. said it. Listen, to win games, I got to get the ball. But in my mind, I already knowing after the Super Bowl, you like, yeah, it's cool and all. But if I would have got my stats, I know you don't care about winning. It ain't about you getting the stats to win. It's about you just getting your stats. And that's how Monterey feeling right now. Oh, you said this your best season after we just won a championship last year. But now this your favorite season? It ain't even like it was a few years ago. I might have did it in spite of you. If it was 3 or 4 years ago, Monterey could have been like, okay.
I did it in spite of you because I got the Eastern Conference Finals.
You didn't do anything.
I got the Eastern Conference Finals MVP, not you.
Oh, my bad.
And then I carried
Tatum that was on the team and scored 20-something points. He didn't do anything. That's foolish. You did it with him.
I don't want. We're not winning like that. That's not winning basketball.
They did win like that. What are you talking about? They won a championship like this.
Adding you Adding you is not winning basketball. Winning basketball is what we're doing without you.
Well, they didn't win.
They won with him though. They
talking about I'm the MVP because you not there, nigga.
You ain't
I gotta be honest though. It's crazy to say this when this your first round exit in like 7 years. To say this your favorite season is crazy.
Who's is it?
I'm just gonna be on Jaylen. That's crazy. Listen, you have made conference finals.
Is this on Tatum?
The year you lost a 3-1 lead in the first round.
Jaylen Brown.
If I'm gonna be real, who it's on the Boston Celtics organization. I'm not.
They ain't got a center.
Jaylen. I'm not putting it solely on him.
Point here, and this for Jaylen.
No, I'm not. No, because it's not solely on Jaylen Brown. It's not fair to say that. It's on the
whole
organization.
Center. I don't know what y'all were doing
for making questionable coaching changes on the game 7. It's on Jaylen Brown and Derek White and Peyton Pritchard and all of them not being able to come up big when it mattered. It's on the whole team. I'm not going to sit and just be like, oh, it's on Jaylen Brown. No, it's not on him. But he put more on him by making this goofy stream. Like that was you put more on you than you needed to. Why y'all
don't have a center?
Like I'm not gonna put all of it. It's not on him. It's on the whole organization.
He was getting guarded by 6'5".
Can I speak on the center?
Yeah, Jared.
I would like to speak on the center because one, I don't like JB stream. That kind of pissed me off with him saying that. You need both. You need both Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum to win a championship. There was one key piece that I noticed in our championship win, and that was Kristaps Porzingis. Because he was, even though he was hobbled, he was able to stop a few people. There was another key. There was Al Horford, who never gave up on a play. The main reason why we lost is because we didn't have anybody to stop Joel Embiid. We was up 3-1. And then Joel Embiid came back and we lost. Nobody could stop him. But see, and let's go to the gumbo analogy. The gumbo was good. We added a white ingredient named Vucevic back in January? Or was it February? It was one of those times. When we added him, he did nothing. He was not the Vucevic of Orlando Magic that I once wanted on the team. He did absolutely nothing. He was mad at Chicago because they were jumping around and acting. He wanted out of there. He came here and did nothing. We still won despite of him. But when it came to the playoffs, we needed him the most. And he was eating his boogers. That don't get talked about enough. It's booger-eating ass nigga. And I don't want to cuss and I don't want to be that person. But he was on the sideline eating his boogers. He didn't even play. I'm not sure why was Jaylen Brown guarding Joel Embiid?
Because that's what he was, a hooper, but that's a different conversation. We're not going to talk about hoopers today. Because he's a hooper, that's the only reason JB was there.
But if JB, he shouldn't have had to guard him. JB should have to deal with who was a maxi on the other side.
I mean, but that's what you do when you trying to let everybody know that you are an MVP caliber player.
But if
you do what you got to do to be a great hooper.
But if Vucevic was doing what he's supposed to do, he wouldn't have to do that. All you had to focus on was the superstar on the other side, which was Maxey.
So why did the Celtics lose this match? Like, why did they lose? Because I feel like, and I know, Ray, I'm gonna give you the point that it's not his fault. But y'all be giving this his fault, man. It ain't. No,
I said it's not solely his fault. He get blamed, but the ultimate reason why they lost. The only reason they lost the game is a few reasons.
What's the percent?
It's like bad coaching. It's bad coaching. Mismatches.
Y'all turning on y'all coach, bro.
Bro, like the starting lineup. The starting lineup made no sense.
He's the avatar.
The starting lineup made no sense. So like it was. I'm gonna say strange coaching decisions. Lack of consistent scoring at the right time because they weren't able to score like half of the fourth quarter. Shooting threes, you live by the three, die by the three. And the game 5, 6, and 7, they shot so many threes and weren't good shooting the three. They didn't even make 30% from three. None of those games. So a lot of shooting that wasn't going in, abandoning like inside drives, stuff of that nature that JB and JT can both do. Like it was a lot of reasons why they lost. But no, JB gets some blame. It's not solely his fault. No, if I'm gonna give a percentage, What? Maybe
hey, what's your percentage that JB
20-30%? Like, it ain't crazy. Like, you get 20-30%. Like, it's a bunch of people gonna get some blame. You can get like what 20-30?
You can give Jason some blame too for not being there.
He gets it, but like I'm gonna be fair. Like, you will get some blame, but I'm gonna be fair if the injury reports are supposedly true that your leg is swollen up and you've been forcing it out there. So yeah, you're gonna get some blame if that's not true. If it is true, what can I do if you legitimately injured? I can't do nothing about that. If it's not true, then yeah, you're gonna get blamed. You should have been there. If you are injured, what can you do? It's like me blaming Embiid for not being there that first 3 games. Man was recovering from appendicitis. Like, what am I blame him for? If he couldn't be out there, he couldn't be out there. So I'm putting that on everybody. Like, just like Ant, I'm not gonna blame Ant for not being able to be there when they were facing the Nuggets when he was injured. If you was injured, you're injured. So it just is what it is. Now, if you're not injured, you get blamed. If you are, it's just how the game goes.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
But Hollywood, thoughts on the Celtics collapse 3-1 comeback. By the way, another Doc Rivers team. Both of them Doc Rivers team. This is the Doc Rivers year, dog. That's both teams you coached and lost a 3-1 lead to, lost 3-1 leads. And not only that, Orlando and Detroit 23 years later, after the first one ever in history that you was coach to the same exact team, lost a 3-1 lead. It was meant to be. Every team you coached lost 3-1 leads. Doc, Happy Hall of Fame. Let's go.
Well, Doc also coached the 76ers, and they just won one. So.
No, I said. Each team was involved in 3-1 losses.
Let it go. Hollywood, please help.
Shout out to Doc Slander. Hollywood, can't hear you.
Nope. Okay. It went quiet. Oh, no. He just sabotaged Hollywood Sensei. You don't want to hear what he got to say.
Yeah, Doc Rivers. Keep it up.
I blame the host. The host is like, nah, I don't need to hear it. Sorry.
Doc Rivers slander.
Oh my gosh.
They can't hear you.
What they did to my boy Hollywood Sensei?
They took my guy Sensei out the loop, man.
I don't know. I guess he gave the wrong girl the tush push, and next thing you know, she took out she got his words, man. I don't know what to tell you, man. But I don't think Boston should make crazy moves. If they want to shop around dead right or something of that nature, I ain't gonna be crazy about it. But I'm just immediately being like, okay, trade.
Try talking now. Oh, you don't.
But I ain't gonna say it like until he comes back. I'm not gonna say immediately just go crazy and trade Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown or something. No, if those two are cool being on the same team together and there's not no animosity or nothing between them, keep both of them. There's no problem with it. Outside of that, my thing is aim for what got you to the championship, which is you had a dependable center that was versatile, that can help expand the floor, and you had a reliable point guard that can help run the offense so that Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are not running the offense. They are part of the offense, but they don't need necessarily to run the offense. They don't need to be just the main playmakers. Get an actual solid point guard that help them run the offense and can make the offense flow so much better. The starting 5 that they had last year was amazing starting 5. From top to bottom, it was great. Now, can they necessarily replicate that without going over the second apron? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know, but that's what they should aim for. As long as there's no animosity. If there's animosity, whatever. But if there's not, aim for a solid center. Because the one we had to run out there, he's relatively short, and he's the only one we had. Get a good big man, get a solid point guard, go from there. If Derek White got to get traded, then it just depends because he's a great defender, but just his offense is lacking this year. So I say aim for those 2 things, and then just go from there. How it goes after that, who knows? But Brad Stevens, I can say, has done a really good job putting together a roster since he's become, the general manager of this team. So I'm gonna give faith that he's able to continue to do so. That's what I say.
Hollywood is back.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right. I don't know what was going on with the audio, but I ain't gonna pile on the Celtics too hard because my boys from the 2-5 just lost by like 39 the other night. So
I'm
not
it was a recovery game and they were tired, man.
Yeah, I'm not
I went through it. It was both. It was the whole night. Listen, you just gotta. I told all the Spurs fans that work with me. I'm like, see, you only had half. Hollywood only had half. I got the whole brunt. It's my 76ers and my Spurs.
Like,
just got that back to back.
but I would say this about the Celtics, though. You know what I mean? For some reason in the NBA, a lot of teams, after they win a championship, you know what I mean, they struggle with keeping that same core together. You know what I mean? Like, pieces leave, people get traded. Like, I mean, you lose Horford, you lose Porzingis, you try to replace that with Vucevic, which I never understood that move anyway, but I get it. You needed a big man. You know what I mean? But he was never really, that guy down low for me. You know what I mean? He was just always, I want to say, like a big fish in a small pond type of player. You know what I mean? He was just always good on bad teams. You know what I mean? Then you put him in an actually good situation and you can't perform. You know what I mean? But as far as Jaylen Brown goes, I feel like I'm not mad at niggas. Like, whatever you do in your personal time, that's what you do. Like, you know what I mean? Go ahead. If you a streamer now, go ahead, be a streamer. But do that maybe a week, a month after the playoffs. You know what I mean? Not the day after. You know what I mean? You go in because as a fan, to me, even though I'm not a fan of the Celtics, but if I'm a fan of the Celtics, to me, that's telling me that I'm more upset about losing than you are. You know what I mean? And you the player, you the one that's getting paid millions to do this shit, not me. You know what I mean? I'm more upset about us blowing the 3-1 lead than you are. Like, you shouldn't be on a stream doing like niggas can say what they want about Jason Tatum, but I never seen that nigga hop on a stream after he lost the playoff series ever. You know what I mean?
Anything in regards to Draymond Green though, doing the same thing, and when he knows they're not gonna win.
Oh, so they all goofy. Draymond, Paul George, I all goofy for that.
Yeah, every player.
I already been mad at Paul George. I've
been saying
they all goofy for that.
Oh well, Paul George started it, but like that's because like
but y'all saw how mad I about Paul. He quit talking about folks on the playoff. Nigga, we had the playoff. We ain't mad.
I said that when Paul George started his podcast. I felt like, bro, this ain't.
You ain't get enough.
Yeah, I feel like active players right now shouldn't be doing podcasts.
That's about Michael Parsons.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like
he definitely don't deserve it.
Yeah, I feel like active players shouldn't be podcasting right now. Like, you should do that when you retire. Like,
but you can name active players right now that should do a podcast, though, right? Like, let's take it to football. Like, I would say, I don't want to say Peyton Manning when he was active, but I'm saying Peyton Manning, we could do it. We could do that, right?
I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't. Peyton during his career doing the podcast, I couldn't see it.
I'm gonna say no.
Because I feel like
Peyton's show only good because Eli is hilarious. I'm not gonna.
I feel like Peyton.
No, I'm saying like season wise.
Yeah, season wise, Peyton wouldn't have did it because he was so laser focused on football. He was so focused on football, so he probably wouldn't even had time to be doing no podcast. Because when you that good at the sport, that's the only thing you worried about is the sport. You ain't taking time off to hop on a mic and hop on cam and say shit like, nah, I'm in this playbook. I'm in the film room. So I think that's what Peyton would have been doing. But we in a new era now. Back then, niggas wasn't on. It wasn't no Twitch back then. It wasn't no Kick. Niggas wasn't streaming. Like, motherfuckers weren't worried about views in 2002. It's 2026. Like, so, but I just feel like to end it because I don't want to keep going. Jaylen Brown, you just made a mistake, bro. You shouldn't have did that. You should have left the stream. Like I said, as a fan, I just feel like, why am I more upset about losing than you are? You know what I mean? And then also the go on what y'all was saying earlier, I do feel like it is what Unico was saying a little bit about Jaylen Brown. He felt like, yo, I was the man this year, dog. Like, I was the man in this bitch. You know what I mean? Everything was revolving around me. Like, I like how that feel. That's why this was his favorite season, because he liked how that shit feel. I want to be the guy. When you get the taste of being at the top, you want that shit. You know what I mean? And like, yeah, you proved it in the playoffs that you probably can't handle that responsibility. But hey, He got a taste of it. He got a taste of it, and he won it. And you can't blame him for wanting it. You know what I mean? If I'm the Celtics, hey, I might give you what you asked for. I mean, I might trade you somewhere. I mean, you know.
I ain't saying do it. Like, if you want to be on the team and everything, cool. But hey, you really want to be the man, your trade value ain't gonna be higher than it is right now.
Because
See,
I'm gonna say.
you know what? Can we just do a Boston Celtics what they should do show? Because I can really go into a whole lot of levels when it comes to this team, when it comes to Jason Tatum, when it comes to Jaylen Brown.
I mean, we can do that, but if you're just gonna be biased and say Tatum should leave so they can run the team back and get bounced in the first round, ain't gonna do no good.
Okay, because I already know what you're gonna do. Because what you're gonna do is you're gonna say Jason Tatum with the Celtics as they're currently constructed. Oh, it's better with him. When you're gonna find out that Jaylen Brown is better as like a foundational piece more than Tatum. Point blank period.
We've literally seen it. We just saw it this year, man. I can't say it when we just saw it. We saw Jaylen Brown as the guy, and we saw how far the team went.
Yes, sir. I'll talk to you in the preseason later on this year.
I mean, we saw it. Look, am I wrong? We literally saw it. We saw it the entire year. He was the guy, and we saw him at the moment, and he didn't live up to the expectation.
Because Tatum is just known for doing that for that whole franchise. And take out Jaylen Brown now. He's just known for that.
Each other.
Just like
Ultimately,
Jaylen Brown just showed
that's how they
the
won
whole
a
season.
championship.
Him
It's hard
doing
not to win a
Tatum.
championship. Also, need
But
to
see, this is the reason. I'm not. This is my last name. But I think most. I'm gonna say most. There are some, of course. I have never said let Jason Tatum be on the team by himself and they'll be better. I've never said that. I always said they should be together and they work best as together. So I've never even put that mantra out there that wants you to be by themselves. The Jaylen Brown arguers that were saying he's the number one have always said that, and so now we have an entire year of proof that does not go with what they say.
That's
all I
got. That's a lie.
They literally got bounced in the first round.
Because your whole argument was the Celtics are better as Jaylen Tatum's team, and it is what it is. When Jaylen Brown just shows you that it's different with him. And
yeah, it's different. We get bounced in the first round for the first time in 7 years.
That's what I'm saying. You sitting up here.
We get bounced for the first time in 7 years. You're right. It's different. All right. It's definitely different.
The 76ers are not really a 7 seed.
I didn't get it. And that's also a point I made. I said so if the 76ers are fully healthy, then it's something.
They were before Paul George injury, before Paul George suspension. They was 2 games behind the Celtics. Celtics was 25-15, and they were 22-17 before he got suspended. And then about 5 games later, Maxey got hurt for like 15, 20 games. And then Embiid ain't played, so they've got a fully healthy 76 team, which would have been competing.
The biggest thing that needs to change about Boston is this mentality that they need to shoot the 3 ball so much and get more of a balanced offense. Because they're shooting the 3 ball so much has got them some pretty embarrassing losses. Like when they lost against the Miami Heat with Jimmy Butler when we were supposed to win that series. Lost them that one. When we lost last year before Tatum's injury and stuff, like when we were losing last year to the Knicks, you know, they were shooting so many 3 balls. Like we forgot the game, we were up by 20. And we lost that game because they kept launching threes down there and the Knicks came all the way back. Like I haven't forgotten those times. This mantra that they need to shoot so many threes instead of more of a balanced offense has always hurt Boston.
It's to get changed.
Analytics.
It has to.
Never said that. I never said that.
Well, he ain't talking about you. You talking about the Celtics.
I'm saying
the analytics niggas.
Analytics, I would tell you 3 can more than 2. So if you shoot 33%, it's better than shooting 40% from 2. All that. Listen, when it's time to hoop, you hoop. Let's get some of the series. By the way, let's talk about
Jaylen Brown goes to the hoop. That's all I was saying. Jaylen Brown goes to the hoop. He tries to earn it. He plays basketball. Tatum plays a different type of basketball, which if they both get 25, you're about to be like, who's really the most effective 25? Was it the guy that was going to the line and getting people in free throw?
I ain't gonna lie, it was Tatum before he got hurt because Jaylen Brown was shooting awful percentage.
See, that's what I'm saying. Y'all don't talk ball with me.
We talking about percent. He shot awful.
You just
talking ball. Jaylen Brown was shooting threes too. What are we
doing? You're not talking ball.
But he was shooting threes. He was shooting threes. What are we talking about?
Let's go to the Eagles and Knicks. I mean, not Eagles.
Go to the Eagles. Go to the Eagles. Go to the Eagles.
76ers and Knicks.
Go to Mike Vick Eagles right now because he's
shout out to the Knicks, by the way. The first team in NBA history. Breaking news. Jaylen Brown has been fined $50,000 for his comments on the referee.
Oh, really? Really? Yeah. Wow.
That just happened. Shams just reported it. But
why would they do that?
76ers, the Knicks are on fire right now. They have won the last 3 games by 25 points. The first team in NBA history to win 3 straight games by 25 plus points. So shout out to the Knicks. I already made my short on it. The Knicks had a first round series with Atlanta in which it just started clicking for Cat, and it continued last night because he hit every 3 he took. And them boys on a run right now. So hopefully it slows down. Hopefully we can hit open shots. I told Kid Credit players some names of Quentin Grimes that I probably ain't gonna repeat on this thing. Him and Kelly Oubre for all the open threes they missed, while 4 people chased Maxey. Like I said, it was Embiid got the bigs in foul trouble early on. It started off with a great game plan. We just couldn't hit shots to compete in the game plan, and the Knicks were just hot from 3. They were just making tough shots all night. So, what y'all thoughts on the first game of the second round, and how do y'all feel like it's gonna go?
Who first?
Well,
I mean, like I'm gonna be real. I don't put too much stock into the first game because I feel like the Knicks, they had like a game's worth of days, like 2 or 3 days to be able to rest or something like that nature. And Philly, coming off that really big emotional high, winning Game 7 and everything with that nature. I feel like mentally, even physically, maybe a little bit, emotional, all that kind of stuff. They weren't really there all the way. So I ain't expecting them to be blown out by 40 points or something. No, but it's not surprising that you enter Madison Square Garden. You just came off a grueling series. You just not locked in all the way, and you just like, hey, just let this game go. We ain't feeling it tonight. We're not even at home yet. It's just one game. I don't blame them that. That happens more times than we like to admit, even in back-to-backs during the regular season. So I don't put too much stock into this one because I do feel like the Sixers, have some good games that they can play, some strategies, some things they can implement that'll work for them. So I don't think that I don't put too much stock in saying that the Knicks just gonna roll on them. Now, to be fair, if the Knicks keep playing like this, like they have the last 3 games, they steamrolling everybody. But I don't feel like they're going to do that, not to that extent at least. But I don't put too much stock into it. I think it was, it was just a meeting of 2 different teams in 2 different areas of the playoffs, and it just happened.
Yeah, man. I think it was just, the typical game 1 barrage. You know what I mean? You look at the box score stat sheet. Nobody on the Sixers had a positive plus minus. Nobody. The only,
40.
Yeah, I mean, the only person that had a positive plus minus was Johnny Broom, who played 5 minutes. He was 0 for 1, and his plus minus was 0. You know what I mean? Everybody else, the whole starting lineup was negative 20. You know
not the plus minuses. We get into the real analytics.
You know what I mean? The Knicks, they just couldn't miss. You know what I mean? They could not miss. The starters couldn't. Jalen Brunson just went crazy, you know what I mean, in that game. So I just feel like, the Sixers, if they tighten up defensively, especially on the perimeter, you know what I mean, it'll be a different game. But the Knicks, if we've seen in the history of basketball, when teams are this hot, you know what I mean, it's kind of hard to, stop that offense like that. But, the Sixers, I feel like they got enough defense to get it done. But, yeah, I don't know, man. If they get smoked in game 2, I don't see no 3-1 comebacks coming with this team. You know what I mean? I don't. But I want the Sixers to get it together, because I'm a Philly boy. But we got our ass kicked that game 1. So get it together game 2, my niggas.
Nico.
I felt like if the 76ers got into the playoffs, this is going to be a problem. And I didn't say just if they get into the playoffs. There was a caveat there. The caveat was, are they healthy? Is Embiid there? Is he? Well,
he had his appendix a few times yesterday. Yeah.
Let me take his presence off there. Can you tell me, like, what percent of Embiid are we getting right now? I want to start.
He'll never be 100% again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Embiid probably like 60, 75%.
I say 50.
Maximum of what?
70 of his whatever left we got left, because he ain't got no cartilage in his knees no more.
You know, I'm gonna leave it at that because honestly, you get something from Andre Drummond. I would say this. The 76ers can get them.
They can.
They can be your Eastern Conference finalists. I believe it. And I said that before it started. Because honestly, it's starting with a team right now. I'm watching them right now. Cleveland versus Detroit. 86-93. Who's up? Detroit. Who should be up from a backcourt standpoint? What's the name?
Cleveland. Y'all got Donovan Mitchell.
Detroit winning this series. I'm letting y'all know that now. If y'all want me to predict Detroit winning this series, I'm telling y'all that right now.
Yeah, Detroit winning this
series. Not physical. Cleveland is nowhere near physical. It's not going to bother
Detroit in 6. They winning this in 6 games.
I don't believe in this Cleveland backcourt. I don't.
Detroit going to win this series, dog.
The reason why you don't believe in this Cleveland backcourt is because separately they both showed you that they can't get it done. So together, why would y'all be
not gonna get it done against Detroit?
Like, you know what I mean? You already showed me when y'all both was the star of your own squad, y'all couldn't do it. So why would we think now that y'all together you're gonna be able to get it done?
That's where I'm at. Cleveland, I believe we'll talk about frauds later. Fraud, sir. Cleveland, fraud. Detroit, I'm sorry, still a fraud.
They're finna be in the East.
These got a favorable matchup this round.
These are not the best 2 teams in the East. I'm sorry, they're not.
I'm not gonna lie though. You might see Detroit in the finals. So if you feel that way,
one of these two have to go to the finals, bro.
Listen, whoever win this series between the Knicks,
they go to the finals.
The winner of the Knicks Sixers is representing the East.
I do not like. I'm not gonna lie. I do not like the Knicks versus Detroit.
But I'm saying Eastern Conference Finals is going to be one of these
Sixers. I'm gonna say this: if the Sixers win this series, they are going to the NBA Finals, bro.
I can see.
I can agree with
Sixers beating Detroit. I do not see the Knicks beating Detroit.
No, I don't see the Knicks team either, and that's why I'm trying to get back to this game. Do y'all mind if I get back to the game? I was just trying to show y'all where I'm at. I'm not worried about the Knicks. It's Philadelphia who we need to be watching out for. And I said that before this whole playoff started. If they come together, they have on paper, because you say Cat and Brunson, right? I'm not just scared of Brunson, man. That type of game don't scare me, man. I'm sorry, it don't scare me. If I'm a whole type of team, if I'm Boston, if I'm a whole team, I'm not afraid of that type of team. And Cat, what is Cat gonna do?
He been on fire though. That boy.
That's cute. But has he been against this guy before?
He just went off in the game. I hated that shit, dude. And I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna tell y'all something about that game last night. Listen, that Jaylen Brown mental pick and roll with Embiid with no knees is a terrible look. That shit always open.
Is Embiid a better five than Cat right now? Who are you more afraid of? Let's have that conversation first, and then let's go from there.
Listen, I'm more afraid of Embiid on one leg than I am Cat any day.
That's where we at right now. So now let's take it to
until that motherfucker play well and feeling himself. Then that nigga stop.
You love the 76ers, though, Mace. Don't do this. So who you got? Brunson or Maxey?
Brunson.
Because you used to have something going on when you had Cat. When you just had Cat, you had something going on. No Embiid? Y'all want to pick on Andre Drummond? All right, whatever. But Andre Drummond's still gonna do his thing. Come on, roster for roster.
Roster for roster. I'm
the better team.
Because we got some niggas that shouldn't be on this court.
So roster for roster, who you got?
Quentin Grimes is.
I got the Sixers roster for roster.
Quentin Grimes is not good, bro. I'm sorry, this nigga. I'm sorry, I ain't finna say what else.
Who you got roster for roster?
Knicks overall, yeah, Knicks.
I think he's trying to do that, you know how you be like, yeah, I hate my team, but that's gonna give you luck. That's what's happening over here.
I mean, he did it with Boston, but I ain't really worried about that part. But when I'm talking about rosters and stuff, I'm gonna be fair. I think it's a bit more disrespectful to the Knicks. Well, no, I
disrespectful.
think it's more disrespectful to no. Listen, what I'm saying. It's disrespectful in saying like I'm not afraid of the Knicks or anything of that nature. I can't say that based on how they've been playing. If they play how they've been playing the last 3 games, then there's no way I can say I'm not afraid of them when they just been playing lights out the last 3 games. Like, I can't sit there and say I'm not afraid of a team that blew a team out by 60. I'm not going to sit here in the playoffs, not like regular season bullcrap. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, I'm not afraid of the Knicks. If the Knicks play like they played last night, the Sixers will get swept. And like, but it's not realistic that they're going to play that way all of the time. And it's not that realistic that the Sixers will play that badly. What I am saying is that I think it's disrespectful to say the Knicks are not a threat when not only have they played probably the best basketball of the entire playoffs of any team, at least in the last like stretch of like overall, like they've dominated. Shout out the first things first, San Antonio. They dominated game 1 and their last 3 games. So I'm like, for most of the playoffs, they've played very well compared to most other teams in series, except for like Oklahoma City Thunder. You can count them. Most other teams of series have either been competitive or they've been 7-game drag out, something of that nature. So I'm not gonna say like, I'm not afraid of them when just they're playing like a championship team you would expect them to play. So like if they play like this, yes, I'm afraid of them because they're playing at a championship level that we would hope some of our other teams, in like the first game series and all that kind of stuff would have played like. So I'm not gonna say that I'm not afraid of them. Hey, yeah, I'm afraid if they play like this. I just don't believe it's going to hold for another 3 games of the 76ers. I'm not going to believe.
This is my question. If you're Monray Embiid, are you afraid of Cat?
Regularly,
you should be.
Regularly,
I think this is a real question that makes sense, right? If you're Monray,
if I'm Embiid, no.
Afraid of Cat?
If I'm Embiid, no. But if I'm not healthy, yes. Because Embiid is not fully healthy. If I'm healthy, no.
Bro.
Embiid ain't
no. I have to say that because Embiid is not healthy. Like context matters in this stuff. Context matters. Embiid is not fully healthy. So because he's not fully healthy, yes, you're gonna be afraid of him when he's playing like this because you're not fully healthy. Now, if we got MVP level Embiid, absolutely not. Embiid put up 50. But unfortunately, we don't have that.
If I'm better than you, what's my real injury? I just think I'm better than you. Fuck my injury.
You can think however you want. If your body don't work that way, thoughts won't get points on the board. They don't matter.
I can see.
I can think I can score 60. If my body won't give me but 20, I'm only gonna score 20.
Bro, I'm still not afraid of Karl Anthony Towns.
But I'm with you. I wouldn't be afraid of him. But it's like, like if I'm not healthy on a basketball setting and I gotta guard him, it's like, fuck, my knee ain't good, and this man actually got a dribble. Yeah, I might say like that might be a problem.
So if you're the coach, so what are you saying? So if you're the coach, if you have Embiid, you're like, no, I got Embiid, I got it. Or if you're the coach of the New York Knicks, are you saying, Cat, go get him? What do you say? What makes more sense?
If I'm the coach of the Knicks, I'm saying attack him. Attack the paint. Because I know Embiid ain't fully healthy. Embiid ain't Wemby. He not finna go up and get 12 blocks on me. That motherfucker ain't healthy. Attack the paint. That's what I'm saying to him. Because he's not gonna defend that way. Not right now, at least. Like, we fully healthy, sure. Right now, no. Attack the paint. That's what I'm saying. Go draw fouls.
What do you tell Embiid to do to Cat? If you
Embiid,
on offense,
Embiid,
he's trying in a bad spot. Cat.
Yeah, and defense is like, look, try not to get caught out in the island. Be near some double team help. Like I put like the power forward, small forward, be near Embiid if you can, because you don't want to leave him and Cat on the island when Embiid's a little bit hampered, because Cat gonna try to take the dribble to him. You don't want to put him in any kind of foul trouble and stuff like that neither. That's what I would tell him. But otherwise, Embiid don't got a lot he can really do to stop Cat when he's not fully mobile. You don't have a lot he can do to stop him. Not driving in the paint and stuff. Like, because Embiid, we like Embiid, but Embiid is not. He's not like bulky. He's relatively slim and slender. So he's not like he's just gonna like brush up strength wise to push him off. He's not really gonna do that to Cat necessarily. So it's like I gotta do my best, and so you ain't gonna leave him on the island like that. You don't want to do it.
Mr. Nobody.
It's an ugly matchup on both ends because Cat don't want to deal with Embiid either because Embiid got length. He don't want to deal with him either. And Cat defense is horrible. So like it's ugly on both sides.
So that's where it's at. That's what I'm saying. Let's
get Mr. Nobody in here. Mr. Nobody, thoughts on this series?
That's the conversation.
Mr. Nobody?
No, I'm saying in regards to.
No, I'm talking about Mr. Nobody. Time to talk.
What you said?
Oh. I don't think we can hear you.
He might not be here.
I hear, I see it moving. It's the thing, but his mic.
Okay,
ain't
what
It's
I'm
moving,
saying
but yeah, no
is
sound
you got
coming out.
that versus Joel in this particular situation. Who would you rather have as far as what you think is your advantage? And I feel like Embiid has it because I know I have size, and my size at least it counts for something.
But
Then there's the skill part
to
of
the
it.
Knicks, they got like 4 other centers though. They got 4 other people. It ain't like you just hold
You know
them
what?
on.
Matter of fact, do you want to just get on the Wemby? Because I'm ready to get on him too. What you want to do?
I'm trying to see.
But no, he getting right. Like, he gonna get like what, like their other center, like he can't deal with it. I'm like, no, like there's not really a definitive
That's what I'm
advantage to
saying.
either
There's so
side.
many differences.
They
in
got
how you
Mitchell
attack
and all
the
them
game.
gonna hold him as well, and then he got to hold.
There's not a definitive advantage on either side though, because like Cat ain't really
I
holding
say
Embiid.
that
Embiid
there's
ain't
a
holding Cat.
There's a difference.
And that
Because
dog
Cat
Brunson
can get
got
held by
Prince 35. I don't know what we're gonna do with that. We gotta figure that out. We gotta figure that pick and roll out. That 35, we can have that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your thoughts on the game? Miss nobody?
Mind you, all we talked about was the 5 position. We didn't even talk about what happens.
But Cat don't play the 5.
What you said?
Cat don't play the 5. Mitchell
No,
plays.
I'm my bad. What I'm doing is I'm talking about what we're talking about with the Knicks and 76ers. When it comes down to it, okay, you got the 5 position down. That's a battle. What you doing 1 through 3? That's where I'm at.
Right now they winning. We need to change that. We gotta hit shots.
But I'm saying there is an obvious advantage.
Is it? Because we didn't play
The advantage, I'm gonna be fair. If you're talking about the advantage, like on the other positions, being realistic, it's pretty even.
Start the one.
No, you start the one. Yeah, I'm gonna like Brunson over Maxey, mainly because Brunson is more established. Like he has more experience, especially deeper in the playoff runs. You know, so I can depend on him a little bit better. He's able to draw fouls extremely easily, even though he does the head twitch and all the other bull crap. He does draw fouls extremely easily. So I like him in that matchup, even though he doesn't defend well. Maxey isn't the best defender either. So like that's fine. Then when you move down from that, the other problem comes is that the other two, whether it's OG or Mikal Bridges, are more defensive. So like, yeah, I like Paul George will be okay. VJ Edgecombe will be okay, but VJ Edgecombe is a rookie. So I can't really expect too much from him in his first playoff series, and he's going up against very stiff defense on that position. Paul George will be both ways, but George might struggle a little bit with the youth. But outside of that, it's gonna be pretty much even on the other two ends. So like 1 through 3 is almost dead even. So it's like,
and then you got
it's just barely even. So it's like it's not really easy to deal with it. You know, when I got one that's gonna be offense, but on the other end, Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby ain't known for scoring a lot. So it's like
playoff he ain't showing up yet, like to the point of getting 25 points a game or something like that. That ain't showing up. So I don't really know when you come to scoring outside of Brunson and Maxey. I don't really know where you're gonna get scoring from on your 2 and 3 position. Right? I ain't really seen something to be all right. I'm gonna get 15 to 25 from it. I ain't really seen that from neither one, to be fair. So it's just, it's not a definitive advantage, but it just depends on how it's flowing that night. If the Sixers, like that happened game 1, if they're missing shots, then the freaking defense on the other side is going to end up shutting them down, and that's what essentially ends up happening. If the offense is going, then the Knicks ain't really going to be able to stop that easily without sacrificing somebody else to be open. So it's not a definitive advantage, but it just depends on how the game flows. If it flows one way, it's like a waterfall. It's going to keep on going, and that's what happened. The Knicks,
okay, Mr. Nobody, can we hear you now? We still can't hear you. Okay.
But yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah. Is 25 the bar? Because I'm saying if Paul George gives you 31, I'm not about to sit over here and talk about Philadelphia. I think Zelmay is eating this up. Can we talk about his actual team? Can we talk about his actual team for a second? The Spurs.
I just live it. Shout out to the city. But next up, we got first game. We came down to the buzzer. Champagne missed a game-winning 3. Wemby had a great defensive game, a horrible offensive game. Finch out-coached Mitchell. A bunch of one-on-ones, a young team being a young team. You expect a little bit of a great series in preparation to possibly be a championship team. We'll see how it goes. If, like I said, on my perspective, I gave y'all on the short, go watch it. like and subscribe, hit that notification bell. Like I said, iron sharpen iron. If the young boys figure it out, they can win 4 straight games. If they don't, that veteran team in Minnesota who's scrappy might not be as talented. They scrappy, they long, they made to play Denver, so any long team they gonna play, and they gonna fight. And Ant scored 11 points on a bum knee because he's cerebral. He knows his spots. He picked his spots. He said it in the game. Listen, I know I like to get to this spot. They let me get to it. I shoot the 3. I make it twice in a row. We go up 7. And that's how the game ultimately ended with Spurs taking a quick run shot to Champagne at the end of the game for getting a bunch of steals and offensive rebounds to put us back in a situation. From my perspective, it's a lot to learn from this game. For instance, Rudy Gobert was taken out this game. He didn't even play most of the fourth quarter, but simply because Minnesota couldn't score with him on the court. It's simply that because Wemby was blocking everything. He had 12 blocks to lead to a triple-double in blocks, which is crazy, by the way. And it kept him from getting out of rebounds because he was on the pace to get like 22 rebounds. So it kept him out the paint, got Naz Reid. Wemby wanted to stay in the paint a little bit. Naz Reid hit a few threes. He got to get out the paint. That opened up the lane for Shannon, in which some reason coach decided to put Wemby on Shannon, which is a mistake by Mitchell, which ended up getting Castle fouled out because they did a pick and roll with Wemby. Wemby not used to doing pick and rolls because it's a weird position to be in because he shouldn't hold Terrence Shannon in the first place because Terrence Shannon is quicker. So I don't know what coach was thinking on that. It was a horrible move by him, and he kind of ate us alive till we had to switch it back, which led them to, like I said, a 7-9 point lead. So that led to that. Castle, he got a foul. I don't know how he got fouled because Julius Randle pushed him in the back with 2 hands, and they caught a foul on him. I don't know how he got a foul call when his back was turned, but that was weird. But he had 2 other fouls where he was just reaching for no reason. That's like dumb young plays. As a young player, you trying to be aggressive. You get a foul called on you when you didn't need it. So you would have still had them 2 fouls if you didn't reach. So it's just like young mistakes, though. Like I said, they'll grow or they'll lose. It's simple. It's a great series to prepare them for if they want to get to the next round and win a championship. Great series to prepare for OKC because Castle got to learn because that boy over there, OKC, if you get fouled out against Denny and McDaniels, oh, you ain't going to last to halftime. With GA. You're not about to last to halftime with GA. I'm sorry. So this is a good learning experience. Learn how to keep your hand down. So that's my thoughts on the whole game.
I
forgot to say this. Mitchell, you got to call plays for Wemby in the paint. When they got a small man on you, he can't dribble around him. I know the game plan was to have Gobert on him and he dribble, and he did it in the first quarter. When they took Gobert off of him and the player get under his legs so he can't dribble or do that little move he do, he became a jump shooter. Instead of just setting up a play to get him in the post and letting him shoot over the smaller players in the paint, you decide to keep doing the strategy. Got to learn from the small.
Have you watched Attack on Titan? That's how they move. Like, they really huge, but they real slow movement, but they cover a lot of ground.
Yeah, but if I get under your legs, ain't nowhere to cover ground to. I'm in front of the ground. Where you gonna move? Charge?
You can beat.
That's 2 charges off that.
You can beat Wemby. You can beat him.
But like I said, he gotta get in the paint and take over because if you're gonna have a 6'9" man guarding you in the paint.
That part.
We got Coach Zell here, breaking down the entirety of the game and how, he miscoached his Spurs, for the win. You got to do better next time. Thank Coach Zell for it. But, he's a brand new Spurs fan, those things. So, But my thoughts on this series, they say after the first game, whatever, it comes down to 2 things. If the Spurs lose, it'll be because they beat themselves. Like, after all the stuff that happened, the misplays that Coach Zell brought through and everything, they still only lost by 2 points. So, and ultimately, it just comes down to, I think, and like this, I said this last series too, and he heard me at least when it came to the last game, that this is where De'Aaron Fox is supposed to shine because the Spurs, just to be fair, they got beat by experience last night. That's how they got beat by experience. They had a whole bunch of mistakes. De'Aaron Fox didn't show up, so it was along with y'all the young guys, and they made young guy mistakes. And the athleticism and the defensive pressure, that's something that the Timberwolves are just going to be able to bring to them. That defensive pressure they can bring to basically every position is going to be something to be studied. Like, they have athletic,
tall wing defenders. They have a center that can just sit there and hog the paint all the time. So they have people that can just maneuver and do what they feel they need to do on defense. So it's going to come down to whether they'll be able to score. But this is where De'Aaron Fox and your advantage is supposed to come through there. So if the Spurs lose, they're going to lose because they're going to beat themselves, making mistakes like they did last night, doing bad shots, bad opportunities, that kind of thing. But if they don't, they have the talent to win. That's how it's going to come down.
I agree with him. It's just game one. You know what I mean? Minnesota, when you got a team like that, scrappy like that can fight through adversity like they did in round one, you know what I mean? It's going to be tough. I feel like this is going to be a 7-game series. But like I said in the group chat, Wemby, triple-double, still was 5 for 17, which is crazy, 0 for 8 from 3. You know what I mean? De'Aaron Fox had a I'll get started on him after this. But I say all that to say they only lost by 2 points. You know what I mean?
Champagne had a good look too.
And he had a good look at the end, but they only lost by 2 points. You know what I mean? With Wemby going 5 for 17 and all that. You know what I mean? So, if that clicks in game 2, that score differential might be a little bit different. You know what I mean? It might be a double digit, close to like a 20-point victory type shit in game 2. You know what I mean? But I really do feel like in order for them to win this series, it's going to have to come from the other people, like niggas like the Champagnes, the De'Aaron Foxes. Like, there's no reason why De'Aaron Fox, he was like 5 for 14 or some shit like that. I mean, 10 points.
McDaniel's gonna cause some problem.
Yeah, but bro, this is one De'Aaron Fox. Nigga, you was just a perennial all-star like how many years ago? Like, when did you fall off the cliff? That's what I want to know. Like, I mean, because in order for them to win the championship, like, yeah, we know Wemby got to be Wemby, Castle got to do his thing, but you need De'Aaron Fox to be some semblance of who he was in Sacramento. Like, I mean, I feel like since he got here, he ain't been shit. I mean, like, I feel like I've been seeing De'Aaron Fox on the back of milk cartons since he's been in San Antonio. Because where has he been? You know what I mean? If they want to win this series, he has to step up. Like, when you see teams make them championship runs, you need one of them games like a Mario Chalmers 30-pointer or some shit. Like, you need one of them from De'Aaron Fox. And that got to be like in the next game or two. You know what I mean? So, yeah, he got to pick that shit up. Because if he don't, I don't know, man. But like I said, if they click, if they get it together, if they fix all the bad shots that they was taking in game 1, I mean, they should win game 2 pretty easily, in my opinion.
Yeah. By the way, for people, I saw an argument today that
that was a bad pass.
Wemby had like 4 goaltends. It was only 1 and 1 question. Now the one against Shannon was clearly a goaltend. That was 100% a goaltend. That's not even a debate. The one with Naz Reid is the questionable. The rest of them was all blocks. The rest of them was all blocks.
That's what I would say. That's what I would say if I was a fan.
No, that was all blocks. That's just a fact.
No, you're saying that.
No, I'm telling you it's a fact. I know what a
goal is. No, it's a fact.
Because I've seen people say the one with Ant is a block. No, the ball is still going up. You can put it in slow motion. The ball is going up. He hit it from the behind. If it's still going up, it's still a block. I don't care if it looks funny because he's weirdly tall.
No,
the ball is not coming down.
Weirdly tall been a part of an argument ever. Oh, the nigga's weirdly tall.
Because he's the first year weirdly tall nigga that can play.
No, that's not the word.
All other weirdly tall niggas.
You argued that it was Will. That he's the most weirdly tall person. So
Will was only 7'1". He just had a crazy vertical.
Mm-hmm.
So it was more athleticism. Wemby not like he athletic. I know you don't say it, but he's not like Will athletic.
Will wasn't like extreme, like weirdly tall.
He was 7'1". It's like the regular center height. But yeah, 2 of them. One is questionable. One is a clear goaltend. And the rest is just like blocks. So shout out to Wemby for breaking the record. Which you
I look
probably
away
should say it
for
should be 11, but okay.
look away for 1 second. OKC up by double digits.
Yeah, listen, that team is gonna do what that team does. By the way, but with Pistons came back and won 111 to 101 over the Cavaliers. Like I said, I got Detroit winning this series with the Cavs because.
Oh yeah, I never did say anything about Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit in 6.
It's basically offense versus defense because like the Cavs generally outscore their opponents. And Detroit play that aggressive defense. Now the thing is gonna get
That's
Cleveland
like
is like
whoever
I
gets
said.
the most votes is going to be president.
No. It's defense versus offense. What their teams are based off of. The thing about it, Detroit plays really aggressive defense. That the Magic were able to play with them because they do the same thing. Cleveland don't do that. Cleveland's front court, all that. They do not play aggressive physical basketball like that. It's not necessarily what they do. So they gonna get punched in the mouth, and it's like, okay, well, see how we're gonna have to get a little grimy. I don't know if Cleveland can get grimy to be able to play this style of basketball. I don't really know, but if they can't, at least to some extent, to expose Detroit's lack of multiple playmakers, it's gonna be a long, ugly series, whether it's 4 or 5. That's what it'll have to come down to. Whether they can actually get grimy on defense at least a little bit to be able to effectively score. Because these, random odd shooting markers for Harden and Donovan Mitchell, that's not going to cut it if you can't get the rest of them in there. It's just not going to cut it in this one.
Jared Allen was in hell today, 1 for 4.
I was saying 3 for what happened 3 through 4, like 5.
Oh, so you got Evan Mobley, Jared Allen. I'm like they're good pieces.
You knew who I was talking.
They're good pieces, but yeah, I'm with you. But I said the same thing. They're good pieces, but they're not really the type of players to play aggressive physical defense. Like so, when you got Jalen Duren down there, they're not gonna play that way.
You're right.
They ain't one to Carter, so Durham will feel a little bit
like they're not gonna do that.
I don't know. At this point in time, does it become more of a chess game where you like, hey, I got the bodies down here, they're not as athletic and can do as many moves as you can do, like if you're thinking about chess. Whereas like I might got some skilled guys that can move in like this L angle or this rook that can move all the way up here. Like, what does it come down to? Because like that's what it's going to come down to for OKC. Does OKC actually have the same type of benefit of moving wherever they want to on the court? You know what I mean?
Well,
they're big,
I can answer both of those.
Can they get there?
I can answer both of those. So what it's going to come down to for the Cleveland one is whether Cleveland can find a way to score a lot. Because if they consistently score, Detroit is not made for high-scoring games. So if they find a way to score religiously and respectively and regularly, then Detroit's going to have problems. If they can't and Detroit smothers them, then it's going to be ugly. And mostly it just comes down to really all the starting 5. It's the starting 5. Like Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, you can get them up there in the year because, Cade is going to do his own thing because let's be real, like Mitchell and Harden ain't really finna defend that nature. That's like that. But you got to be able to get everybody to score. Like if you get 30 from Mitchell, you get 15 from Harden, Evan Mobley get 15 to 20, Jared Allen get 10 to 15. He's like, okay, now we have too many problems because they can't defend all of it. But if you don't, and it's like, okay, we having bad shooting nights and we can't score regularly, then like it's gonna be a long game. But comparing it to like OKC, the problem with the OKC and Lakers series is the Lakers don't have a lot of consistent offense. And OKC have just a ton of defenders that they can just throw all around freaking court. So it's like, well, the Lakers to the same extent, they have to find ways to be able to score regularly on OKC's aggressive defense. And said, but OKC ain't just aggressive physical, they just aggressive defense as a whole. They just got like 10 people that can roll up and defend every position. It's just ugly. So the Lakers have to find ways to score, just period, versus the Cavaliers have to find ways for their people that they know can score, find ways to get them to be able to score regularly so that they become one. The Lakers got to find offense.
And the Lakers don't play defense. Neither, by the way, Cleveland don't either because Duncan Robinson has found himself. You're like, hey, I don't have these aggressive motherfuckers on me. He scored 19. He's like, I finally get space to shoot. Because Cleveland did not defend well. Because they let that Toronto team, I promise you, they played the most rec ball basketball I've ever seen in my life.
Boy, Sue was getting loose in there, boy. It was crazy.
Bro, I'm talking about, I would see Scotty running out with the man right in the paint where he's trying to drive to. I'm like, why are you standing there? He's trying to drive.
So
throw the ball up.
I have an X factor. You know, I don't have my Lakers jersey on today, but my X factor for us as the Lakers is LeBron got to hit threes, man. I mean, we can't win down low. Right now? I can't win down low.
If you want me to give an X factor for the Lakers, your X factor is for me is Marcus Smart.
DA. It's got to be DA, right?
It's Marcus Smart because look, if I'm OKC and I'm their coach and everything, I'm like, hey, no, listen to me. If I am OKC, my strategy is simple: defend LeBron, defend Austin Reeves. I'm gonna freak with the other one. Like the rest of them be sitting there wide open for all I care. So like literally, they got to find offense. Marcus Smart last series was able to give you 20 points a game. They need that to be able to get some kind of heat off of Austin Reeves and LeBron James. Otherwise, I'm going to double team LeBron, put one on Austin Reeves. Hey, find offense between the other ones. I don't care what you do. So, and they're not going to score 30. Like, no, you ain't expecting them. I'm saying, like, coach wise, you ain't expecting Luke Kennard to score 30. You ain't expecting Marcus Smart to score 20, 25. So I'm like, hey, that's what they need. That's your X factor. Marcus Smart, Luke Kennard. I need 20, 25 from at least one. That's your X factor. You don't get that.
Listen, they got old boy.
You know, realistically, what the Lakers need to win this series?
Luka Doncic.
That, but also, without Luka, you would need LeBron to literally be Game 6 at the Garden, Boston. You know what I mean? Game 6 at Boston, LeBron, 45, 15, and 5 LeBron. You're going to need that LeBron to beat these niggas. You know what I mean? Without Luka, because he's going to have to be at another level.
Your point, right now, LeBron is 7 for 10, 2 for 4 from 3. He is plus minus 0. So it's even when he on the court. DeAndre Ayton is 5 for 6. He plus 2 when he on the court. But when they go to the bench, they -9, -9. So that's the problem they're going to have. So when LeBron go to the bench, it's gonna be hell for them to back up. Boy.
Mm-hmm.
He cannot rest in this series. They still down 8, and LeBron is
what they do. They like, hey, bro, double team LeBron and guard Reeves. Won't care what the rest of it. That's exactly what they thinking.
Yo, they put Jalen Williams on Reed, and he is 1 for 7 right now. He is
Well, I'm not worried about
that boy.
I don't ever really depend on people like Austin Reeves like that. We just appreciate when they do things that they known for doing. Just don't worry about it. We just really appreciate when they do the things that they known for doing. They do it well and like almost extraordinary clip. What I'm trying to say is,
Marcus Smart shooting 28%. By the way, like the guards are in hell right now.
Man, Hollywood understand what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is this though.
He's trying to talk like Kenyon Martin though. It's too many white people. That's what he's trying to say. He's trying to be like Kenyon Martin. What would Kenyon Martin say about the Lakers? Too many white people.
I'm not Kenny Atkinson.
Kenyon Martin said too many white people.
They trying to play me like
I ain't seen this many whites on the Lakers since the fucking 60s and 70s, nigga. You know what I mean?
I am wondering why Chet Holmgren going crazy right now. That is a question mark.
I got to hold him.
So basketball wise, I'm gonna say it's some problems down low. But like Unico Williams, why I'm like, damn, it's a lot of Kenny Atkinsons going on. Whereas I believe that if the Minnesota Timberwolves were playing against the Lakers right now, I'm not even gonna argue. There's no delusion. Them niggas are gonna beat them. I'm not. There's no more season, whatever this is, of this show with me in it, because I'm done. I will be done. If the Timberwolves played the Lakers constructed as they are now, I'm be like, bro, y'all got me.
The super villain McDaniels out here looking like a super villain every time he does an interview.
It's a lot of good niggas out there.
Cancun in 5.
So that's
I just feel like I got a better chance right now. Okay, they like to hang with each other. They cool, but you know, down low. It's a lot more light skins over there. We might got a chance. I don't know. But if it was Minnesota, I'm cooked.
Now, realistically, what he's saying if they was to really win this series, you would need a nigga like DeAndre Ayton to
He's playing
start.
well right now.
You know what I mean? Because like, all right, I fucks with Chet Holmgren. You know what I mean? But if the series go down low, pause in the post. Let me say there, if you go in the post, would you favor Ayton over Holmgren? You know what I mean? Better post player.
Kenyon Martin. Can I get Kenyon Martin on the Lakers? Like I'm taking Bam. I'm taking Bam right now. Can I get Bam on the Lakers right now? I could use him in this situation to just do some things.
Like I feel like the Lakers, y'all biggest, you know what I mean? Like, because like Monray said, they have OKC has hella defenders they could throw at everybody. You know what I mean? But because they so offensively deficient, y'all, they need to slow the game down. You know what I mean? Slow the game down. Make them young niggas play at a slower pace. You know what I mean? That's how they going to realistically
win. Shaq going everybody in foul trouble.
Yeah, he might.
That little fake ass pick and roll him and Chet be saying Devin Booker to learn.
If they win this series, bro, it will be because I said Marcus Smart was the MVP.
Yo, Shea killing him right now, dog.
I mean, fine, whatever. But I'm saying it would come down to how do I figure this guy out? That's how they win this series. Because now we got to see what the rest of y'all is about. And then that's when I start talking about Dade County and what happened in Compton and Gary, Indiana. That's when I can start getting into that. But people that just know the game and get those things off of the game, y'all understand what I'm saying. I'm not trying to go there. I'm not trying to make the Black House. Just understand what I'm saying. Did I say something wrong?
No, I ain't got nothing now.
I'm just saying, did I say something wrong? I was just wondering, like, that's
you good, brother. You good, brother.
That's how it's gotta go. It just gotta be like athlete versus, okay, I know the game and then I got this physical advantage. How do I get past that? Because I can just be that much better than you.
Right.
And do I got enough of that down there? And I don't see that with the Lakers. I'm sorry. It's just they talk about my man's got small hands.
Like I said, he's playing well right now. But when him and LeBron off the court, they have no answer for nobody. So that's the problem they're gonna have because they just send bodies and they send more bodies and they all can hoop and they all play well.
That nigga Luka got hurt at the wrong time, man.
Because then I have a different narrative. I'm just making excuses for whatever happened.
But y'all gotta remember the game Luka got hurt in. They would be
they
was making by 40. so the game they was getting beat by 40 by this thing.
I will say like it does say something that if the like Chet is needed to step up because Jalen Williams, that other person who's supposed to be the number 2 or at least one day big 3 just hasn't really been able to be up to snuff this whole year. So Chet is needed. It's not like OKC is amazing offensively outside of Asian game wasn't 30 or something. So that's what I'm saying. Like they do need Chet unless Jalen Williams wakes up or something of that nature. So it's not like OKC. I expect them to, go off and blow them out by 40 or so, unless everybody just hitting shots. It's more OKC is going to try to smother them, and without Luka as a consistent 30-point offensive scorer, it's like where do the Lakers get the offense to break through this smother? Right now, for a half, they haven't really been able to break through.
Mitchell might get some buckets.
No, I said he's shooting right now. I think AJ Mitchell is like what 3 for 3 or something like that. So it's just a matter of trying to find where the Lakers can get the offense to break the defense of OKC. Right now, for a half, we ain't really seeing it. So I don't quite know where they can get it from.
Yeah, they consistently. I think both Western Conference games is going for the most part just be close. I just think OKC just got too much going. LeBron go to the bench. They don't have nothing. They can score on because we watched in the game. They'll get close. They'll break it. I think it was like 51-43, and then they got it 53-51, and then they just took off again because LeBron got tired. So I'm like, yeah, that's gonna be a consistent problem because y'all have no offense when LeBron is not on the court against this team specifically. But the second round gonna be interesting. We're gonna learn a lot. We're gonna see who can grow and who can figure out game plan wise. What coaches make the adjustment they need and all that. So I'm looking forward to the second round. And by the way, I don't know who made the playoff schedule, but nobody gets a break They play every other day, no matter what. They play
I
every.
will say,
We got a
I will
contract.
say,
Y'all gonna play.
yeah. I'm gonna say what this playoffs gonna show. Like the first round got rid of, the pretenders, the frauds, all that kind of stuff. The second round is gonna show the difference between the championship pretenders and the teams who are just good. And that's what it's gonna show the difference of.
Definitely.
By the way, I do want to say this before I go. James Harden got 43 turnovers in this playoff so far. And by the way, shout out to Wolverine, Ant-Man. My man had both knees shot up, and my man went in a hyperbolic chamber and came back in 9 games and an injury that take 4 weeks to come back in 9 days.
Shout out
And he
that
played
he had to pick his
11 in
spots.
the fourth quarter.
He had to pick his spot. To be fair, I think he only played 18 minutes, something like that. So he picked his spots differently. So I'm like, and he wants to be out there. I'm happy for anybody. Even though, like I said, playing injured is something a lot of players do. Unfortunately, I just wish him all the health in the world. Everybody, all the health in the world. Because I don't like players get hurt. So.
Yeah, be careful. Shout out to Sharp for playing well enough that he didn't have to get in the game as much. I think he played.
Hey, yo, Terrence Shannon or whatever? Hey, that
man played 25 minutes.
That man got buckets. Like, wait a minute. Where are these players coming from Minnesota?
By the way, if you look at Minnesota's roster, this is how consistent it was. 16, 21, 16, 12, 18, 12.
Oh, no. I ain't played 25 minutes.
How consistent was the lineups for the Boston Celtics?
Consistent? What do you mean?
By the way, when another stat is
you know what I'm talking about. I don't know why you're doing this, but that's fine.
I was asking a serious question.
We talking about team in the playoffs right now, Joe. We can't talk about teams in the playoffs. But by the way, when Wemby in the game, the Spurs was +5. I do want to get this out. To Murray's point, because I didn't see this earlier. When Wemby in the game, they was +5. When Fox was in the game, they was -13.
I just be thinking about a world where if he got caught with a couple of those fouls, he doesn't play 40 minutes. He plays 20 something, and he doesn't get that. I'll just carry on.
But that's all I got. SGA is flopping around like a psychopath right now.
Typical OKC night.
SGA ain't got that many free throws right now.
No, I ain't say they call him.
He
got like 3. He got like 2 turnovers off him flopping around, just throwing the ball away.
Oh boy!
After it gets to a certain point, like they like, okay, y'all know that it's a conspiracy. I'll tell you about it tomorrow.
By the way, before I go, who y'all got in the Draymond Austin Reeves beef? I mean Austin
Reeves.
Austin Rivers beef.
Austin Rivers. I'm sorry, Austin Rivers. 100%.
Would I be bad if I said
I just watched Austin Rivers' video. He did cook that nigga. You know what I mean? But I know Draymond coming with something.
This is a
strange. If I be bad person if I said I did.
Who do you build a foundation around if you going off of how they got into the league?
I ain't never seen 2 niggas average 8 points a game argue like this in my life.
Yeah, I mean,
who you got? Who you got?
If I gotta start my franchise with either one of them niggas, sheesh. I don't know. I might pick Austin. You know what I mean? Because he can at least score.
I got 30.
They both average 8 points a game in their career.
I might take it.
Average 8 points a game arguing right now.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Draymond can at least give me elite defense, so I might can work with Draymond. He give me elite defense, so I can tank and get a better one next year after joining.
Austin said he only played 6 months in college, so
yeah, they definitely only.
He might have added to his career stats if he played all of the college years that Draymond.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest with y'all though. Why y'all bringing up high school stats when we talking about NBA career? Nobody care about you in high school, dog. I'm sorry. I see Rashad McCants do that to everybody. Brandon Jennings, like, well, I did in high school. I was killing y'all. I'm like, bro.
Are y'all not good anymore after you leave college? What happens after you leave college? You're not good no more?
I was wondering. I don't know what's going on out here, man.
I mean, I guess not.
Y'all know the rules. Y'all know how to do it. You like and subscribe. You hit that notification bell. All that. If you enjoy the show enough, hit that hype button. And y'all know where to go. Overall99media.org, where you just click these people pictures and you'll see them. Except Hollywood, you can click to the affiliates page and click what it sound like or Blurred Cartel, and you that's where you find Hollywood at. So make it simple and easy. But let's let them tell you where you can find them as I get prepared to do my Daredevil review. Nico.
Hey, Nico Williams, UNIQO Williams on YouTube. Make sure you look me up. But man, you know the homies. Click on that face over there. Pause.
Monroe.
You see Daredevil, it just came out for me, and I ain't had the time to watch it yet. You know what?
I gotta watch it. That's what I'm saying.
Murray Hudson everywhere. It says Murray Hudson, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, and of course, make sense podcast. Yeah.
And Hollywood Sensei.
Yeah, man, it's your boy Hollywood Sensei of the Blurred Cartel. Yeah, I mean, we back at it. Welcome to Hollywood episode just dropped today. You know what I mean? So go check that out. I mean, title of the episode is The Current Currency of Men. So go check that joint out. You know what I mean? I got a lot of stuff to say on that episode. You know what I mean?
Go check it out. Appreciate y'all. Enjoy your night. I will be back working as I gotta watch this episode and give this review to y'all soon. So I appreciate y'all.
Go watch Daredevil. Disney